What's up again, everybody? Let's dive into the world of Flesh and Blood news. We're going to talk about kingdoms. We're going to make some speculation about what we could see in that set in a couple of months, which is crazy. I mean, it's only a couple of months away. It's not like as fast as some card games release some sets, but man, it still feels like we're digging into Monarch now. In a couple of months, we're going to have something new. We'll talk about Crucible of War Unlimited. We may pick and choose some other stuff to talk about that just interests me. Let's dive in. But before we do, I want to point you down into the description if you're looking for a place to pick up like Flesh and Blood singles or just in general like card game items, accessories, things like that. If you're looking for sealed boxes, there's a bunch of links in the description. Check those out. All of those affiliate links help support this channel. One of the newest ones is Red Riot Games up in Canada. Red Riot Games reached out and we wanted to collaborate and get you guys more of a through line to them because there are some great people over there. So if you're looking to pick up some singles or anything like that, check out Red Riot Games as well as the cornucopia of other fantastic links down there. Using that link will help support this channel monetarily, which means I can do more stuff for you guys, which is super fun. All right, let's talk Kingdoms. So Kingdoms is the next Flesh and Blood set, and according to the interview that James White had recently, I'm going to try to remember to grab a link for that and put it in the description so you can watch the interview for yourself. According to that interview, we can expect Kingdoms at the end of September. Perhaps maybe at the beginning of October, but it really depends on how distribution goes. I know distribution this year has been crazy, just like it was last year. Shipping and COVID things has caused all of that stuff to be really, really hit or miss. And so if like what happened with Monarch, where they pushed it back a week, happens, then it may push from the end of September to the beginning of October, which is kind of what we saw with Monarch, where it pushed at the end of April to the beginning of May. So we can expect Kingdoms in end of September, beginning of October, which is only like 4 months away, 3 months away, depending on when you're watching this video. And that's pretty cool. What it also means, or what we've also heard about Kingdoms, is that it's going to be a fantastic sealed set. Like that it's one of the most fun sealed experiences that they have created. And in addition to that, they're also saying that they're going to use Kingdoms for a like high level tournament kind of sealed pool. Like it'll be the sealed format for high level tournaments, perhaps with by design. Perhaps they designed the set to be a great sealed experience so that you can use it for these tournaments. But nevertheless, you can expect Kingdoms to be heavily drafted, heavily played in sealed format, which to me is very exciting because I love sealed and draft, like limited formats. If you've never played a limited format in this game, it is phenomenal. It is one of the best formats of any game ever because of the way that it just feels and plays. And everyone feels like you're on a level playing field. So if this is a better sealed format than something like Welcome to Rathe, which I really enjoyed the sealed and draft format for, then I'm really excited for this set. Okay, speculation time. So a couple of weeks ago, I was reading an article in the Rathe Times, which is a website that puts out written content for Flesh and Blood. And I think it was Dead Summer Art, the YouTube content creator, wrote an article kind of piecing together some ideas and some hints that we've gotten from cards in the game and from the lore book. And he came to the conclusion that we would see two regions like we've seen in Monarch, and we would see perhaps two talents. I would assume that there'd be two talents. I don't think he speculated that. And he also suggested that we would see some classes. He picked some classes that we might see support for. And so I think he came to the conclusion of Aria and Mysteria being the two regions, and I could see that. If Kingdoms are the kind of the title, then perhaps we see Aria and Mysteria. Perhaps they're both considered kingdoms, quote unquote. And he assumed that, or he kind of came to the conclusion that we would see a little bit of some Ranger support, which is interesting because in this interview that happened like last week, it was mentioned that several of the maligned classes or much beloved classes would receive some very important support to make them kind of more beefy, stronger, that sort of thing. And if you're like me, the first thing you thought was like, oh sweet, we're finally getting more warrior card. No, I can't say that. I can't finish that sentence. We have enough warrior cards. We'll put it that way. No, it was all about ranger. It's like, okay, so ranger might have some support, and this is interesting too because if you look at the aesthetic of a card like Talisman of Dowsing, which was really expertly broken down in this article, which I'll put the link in the description. He even outlined the words. There's words on the talisman that you can't really make out, but the Talisman of Dowsing, you look at the kind of aesthetic of it and where it's located, it's sort of in this jungly area, which makes you think, oh, this is like the Savage Lands on the map. But the more you look at the Savage Lands, which looks like a standard big forest, and you compare that aesthetic, they don't quite coalesce, they don't quite come together. But then you look at some of the stuff in the lore book, and we find that the like the forests in, I think it was Aria, the forests in Aria are very vibrant and colorful and verdant, you know, overgrown, that sort of thing. It matches the aesthetic of the Talisman of Dowsing, you know, very well. And we've even seen characters from that area on cards already, like the Crucible of War card, Poison the Tips, has one of the, I forget what they're called. It's like a hunter, essentially like a ranger, poisoning her or his arrow, and you know, preparing that poisoned arrow to, you know, be used later down the line by dripping it off of, or by catching the drip of a like a plant or something. And that is a character that roams around the wilds of Aria, which is really cool. So all of that kind of connecting together leads me to believe that Aria is certainly one of them, and Ranger is certainly a possibility for this set. Now, continuing the speculation, what would be the second kingdom? And there's a couple of options. Mysteria is a possibility. I don't know if you can consider it a kingdom. I don't know, maybe you can. But I have some other ideas. I'll save perhaps for a separate speculation video, and I can really do a deep dive into my thoughts on that and what that could mean going forward. So that's what we know about kingdoms, and I'm really excited to hear more about that set. Now let's talk about Crucible of War Unlimited. Crucible of War Unlimited is like fast approaching, which is really cool. They put an article, LSS did, put an article up on their website, and you know what? I might as well just do the thing where I put it on the screen. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just put it on the screen. We're just gonna go window capture. We're gonna choose this thingy, and we're gonna put it right there on the screen. And of course, because you know what? I'm just gonna turn myself off. Everyone, goodbye. Good luck. Sorry, patrons. You're the best, patrons, supporting the channel. But I'll see you here in a moment. Boop, I'm gone. Okay, so check this out. Crucible of War. The Crucible of War Unlimited post. Here it is. This is the entire post. Release date, July 30th, 2021, and available over 3 waves beginning July 30th, August 30th, and September 30th. So they're releasing this in 3 waves, and this is interesting. They're releasing a 3rd wave perhaps right around the time that we get the first edition Kingdoms as well. This is going to retail at exactly where, you know, all the other sets have retailed, minus this crazy spike in Monarch, with first edition being way more expensive than this kind of base price. It's got the same setup as prior, so the 2 legendary cards being the Krunic and the Shiana, everyone's favorite Shiana, the one Fabled. Everything else looks the same. All of this looks the same, so we're really essentially just getting exactly the same product that we were getting, except for this very important thing, and this is where, after I've shown you that, I'm going to turn myself back on so that you can see. Hello! I was here the whole time. You could hear me the whole time, at least I hope. I was here with you, even if you didn't feel my presence. It could be exactly the same, or it could not be exactly the same. First of all, we're not getting cold foils in an unlimited set. Cold foils are reserved for first edition sets, so if you like cold foil cards, which this is a cold foil raid and I have sitting out, just, you know, not for any reason except maybe I'm making a video about it. If you like cold foil cards, you have to buy first edition product. If you like rainbow foil, then that's what you're gonna have access to in Unlimited product. So you can expect some sort of rainbow foil version of Shiana, rainbow foil version of the Fable, the Arknight Shard, which I still haven't managed to get my hands on because, you know, first edition crew boxes are expensive now. I can't just buy them up. And all that being said, you're not going to find cold foils. We also may see something that they've done here with the Monarch Unlimited and Monarch First Edition, where they have actually just changed card art completely. They've given us a brand new piece of art for Blood Tribute, and because they've given us a piece of art that's completely different, the first edition Blood Tribute is like sought after and more expensive. We may see the same thing in Crucible of War. They may change up some of the more grisly art, and if they do, it's going to make some of those cards like, whoa, like way more sought after. And some of the ones I'm thinking of are cards like Righteous Cleansing. Is Righteous Cleansing the one where the dude's getting decapitated? Righteous Cleansing. There's the one where the guy's got his hand, the Guardian got his hand in the guy's head. That one is brutal. Absolutely brutal. So if those cards get changed up because of the violent content on them, then it's going to make the cards, and both of those are Majestics, by the way. If those get changed up, then it's going to make the first edition Majestics skyrocket in price, most likely, which is very interesting. We could also look at the commons and the rares as well. Same thing like we saw with the Monarch's Blood Tribute. So that's a very interesting thing we have to keep our eye on when it comes to Crucible of War Unlimited versus First Edition. All right, really quickly before we wrap up, a couple of channel things. Check this number out. This number is approaching 4,000. When we hit 4,000, I'm going to do a stream and we're going to give away some stuff. I think we'll just give away some things. You guys want to do a giveaway? Just like give cards away. I don't know. Maybe we'll open some packs. We'll hang out. We'll talk. Maybe a little bit more informal than last time when we hit 3,000, which was not too long ago, which is super exciting. I'm super appreciative of you guys hitting the like and subscribe on all these videos. You guys are the best. And speaking of people that are the best, the people that are in that Patreon thing, you guys are the best. Because the Patreon stuff is allowing me to expand the channel and do things that I've thought about doing for a while but haven't had the funds to do so. Like, for example, the camera that I'm filming this on, hello, is a Logitech Brio. It's a 4K camera, and I can now take this to events and point it down and then set it to 4K and then pray that my computer doesn't explode while I stream, hopefully, or at the very least record in 4K. I'm hoping that even just in this current setup that the quality is a step up, because right now I'm not recording in 4K, I'm doing it 1080p. Nevertheless, the people that support via Patreon are the ones that are helping me put all of this stuff together, and you guys are out. I'm so thankful for you. So thank you for supporting this. Also, if you want to see some gameplay, I've been uploading gameplay videos, but I'm also going to I'm going to go to my local game store, one of my local game stores, Reaper, and I'm going to stream a sealed event on Saturday around 3 p.m. And unless the computer explodes. If the computer explodes, I won't do that. But if it doesn't explode, I'll be streaming around 3 p.m. on Saturday. Come hang out, see what we pull. It's going to be Monarch First Edition packs, I think. Monarch First Edition. I'm going to open 6 packs and pray that I get something good. And then I'm going to build a deck, and if I get something good, I don't even care if I lose every game. But I kind of do want like the Herald of... look, okay, here's another thing. I want the Herald of freaking Triumph playmat. Like, hands down, I want the Herald of Triumph playmat. I'm in love with that card. I liked the art beforehand, and now I like it even more, and I need to get that playmat. So if you have one and you want to sell it to me, I'll buy it from you. Okay, look, I will pay you money for the Herald of Triumph playmat. Anyway, so that's gonna happen on Saturday, and if you want to press the button so that we can hit 4K, we'll do another stream for that. All right, everybody, I'm done taking your time. There was probably something else I needed to say, but who cares? As always, everybody, thanks for watching.